Okay, so this is a tutorial, organic modeling. This is my subject. I randomly found this and luckily found this. It's really cool design. I have no idea what company or who's the concept artist, but it is fantastic, I think, at least in my opinion. So it has nice cute little wings, little horn, and tail. Kind of reminds me of a salamander ish, yet it's exotic. And the little nubs for the feet. So I think this is a good tutorial for introductory into organic modeling. So yeah, I'm gonna begin. Unfortunately I only have this image, right? So I'm gonna work off of this. So I plopped it in. This is made from the card is made from a free image plane. Create free image plane, right? So let me just do that just to show. Click it. This is what it is. Okay. Click that, attribute editor, tab. Then you click on the folder and you go through your directory and you find it and you upload it. And that's pretty much it. Same thing as my other tutorials. Okay, so then the color gain was too bright. See how bright that is? I toned it down. Okay, and I also turned on invert view because you know, it was like this. Okay, high contrast. The whites are kind of bright. And then I turn this on. Oh no, invert view. Yeah. I turned this on. So it brightened up the dark spots, but it made the white areas too bright. And this is why I went into color gain, toned it down, so I get the perfect balance. You can see the dark areas, but also the white areas are not blasting in my face. So this and this. In the attribute editor, make sure you grab it, right? Select it. Also, I renamed it. Then I made the folder, not the folder, but the layer where I have it selected. Then I click on this, and then it made that. All right, then I'm gonna lift it up above the grid line. And I'm gonna chuck it back in 3D space. Always be aware of the front, right? So you're going this way, right? And I pull it back, maybe around here-ish, that. And I also like to, you know what? I'll do that after. And I'm gonna just set to reference for now, so I don't grab it. Okay, so how am I gonna approach this? I'm gonna make a cube. Poly modeling shelf, the tab, click on the cube. Boom. After I make the cube, if I press 3, now this is what I have to work with, but I want more lines to work with, right? So I'm going between 1 and 3, back and forth, and I want more lines. We'll go to mesh, smooth, option box. Everything is reset, and I'm gonna hit apply, close, and it looks like this now, right? And you know, so I have more lines to work with. It's not a sphere, but if I press 3, it's kind of shaped. It is shaped like a sphere. This is different from this, right? The huge difference between this sphere and that sphere. This one's more of a round. This is a genuine sphere, circle sphere. This one is kind of modified-ish, right? See? It's more broad. And also this one, see how it all converges? So this is hard to work with in modeling. Multiple lines and everything. I can go in here It's set to say like 10, half of it, but still doesn't matter. Still, if I press 3, okay, right, still a lot of lines. If I go in, I can do half of that. And, oh, this is terrible, right? See? You can't get this using this, right? This is the sphere, right? No matter how much I, you know, simplify it, let's say 8, it starts to look more and more like a capsule, like a elongated, you know, oval. And I still have a lot of lines compared to this. So this is why this is very, very, very useful. So yeah, that's why I'm using that instead, just to show. And one could wonder, saying, I thought you told us to start with a cube, right? So I'm gonna make a cube. Same thing, it's a cube. Press 3, right? It's the same one. But again, this one is where it's smooth. Okay? Whereas this one is not smooth. They look the same, but I have more lines to work with. You know, like for sure a center line. This one, it does not have a center line. This one has a center line this way. This one does not. So yeah. Okay. Now I did poly smooth, and you know I could work with this, but I want to have one more division level to get some more lines. So I have it selected. I go into my channel box. In here is my recorded events. Right, the poly smooth. Under divisions, I'm gonna set it to 2 divisions. Hit enter. Boom. Now I have more lines. And this is just enough, or more than enough to work with. Okay, let's go. So from here, this is 1, this is 3, right? Low poly cage, press 3, smooth preview. And I'm gonna lift this above the grid line because it's really annoying me. And I'm gonna work with that. This is the only image I could find, so I'm gonna make the best of it. Then from here, I'm gonna turn on. Alright, so make sure I have symmetry on. By default, it'll be like this. I'm gonna have it symmetry to object. 1 second. I'm gonna have it set to symmetry, but in the Z axis. Z is for the blue color. And I'll press R just to show, right? Stretch like that. So the Z. And one could wonder, well, this is facing this way, right? This is facing this way. So then, you know, aren't I working not in the best way? Like going this way versus this way, it could confuse people. But then again, like I said, this is the only image I have, right? So what I could do is grab this. I could make one over here, but that might just confuse people. But you know, this is all I have to work with. I tried to find some more, but there's none. Alright, so anyway, I'm gonna do symmetry object Z for this plane. So what that means, if I grab this, stretch like that. Okay, anyway, so okay. You know what? I need to make a copy. Control D, right? And I'm gonna press E as in Edward to turn on the rotate. Then I'm gonna press and hold J as in jam. Now I wanna rotate it, snap, 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 snap. I'm gonna move and move back so I can kind of look like here, work from here, you know? Come back over here, work over here. Always be aware of my front. This is my right side. So here, I need to change the attribute, grab it, and then turn on the invert view. Boom, brighten it back up. For whatever reason, when I made a copy, it did not follow this with it. Okay, so after all that nonsense out of my way, right? Okay. Alright, so from here, let me just set it back to reference. Now I'm gonna just turn a bit and work in this view. Okay, remember this is my front. The front is going this way. Okay, and then let me just double check. Okay, good. You can still see it. Alright, good. Now, okay, first things first. Let's make it bigger like that. Just that we pull it up. And then from here, I'm gonna go to my modeling toolkit, and then let me try my soft selection. We'll turn that on. Originally it's set to 5. And just set it to 1. Then I'm gonna go in. Oh god, this is so ugly. Press 1. Then I'm gonna go into face mode. I'm gonna hold on shift. And then click, click, click. I'm gonna click, 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 click. Selecting all of that. Press 4, making sure I only select that. Always make sure. Then I'm gonna just pull. Okay. Maybe I'll set it to what? 2? See if that helps at all. And press 3. Alright, 3 is a smooth poly. Okay, so that's what I did for now. Alright. So again, the rule is work with as much as you can with what you have. Let me just double check something. So don't, you know, try to add more stuff right away, because it will cause massive headache later. Go back into my modeling toolkit, and I'm gonna turn off my soft selection for now. Double click that. Maybe I'll drag that a bit. Right, so I'm always considering the spacing. Right now things are super stretched. And I'm gonna double click that. Double click, double click. Right, double click. Like that. Okay. So, you know, initially I showed the soft select, and in this case it's not much for now. When the mesh gets super heavy, then I'm gonna turn this back on. So at least I get to show you the soft select. Alright. So for now, I'm working with what I have, right? And I need, I'm thinking I need more volume. You know, so also I'm also thinking right now, let me get rid of that damn grid. I'm thinking we're considering the torso, right? Most animals, the lower portion is where it gets wide, right? So this is right down the middle. So I'm thinking right around here is when most animals they get wide. Press 3. Don't click that. Oh, right. The symmetry is not working on this side. So I just gotta manually select all of it like that. Okay, this underside. Right. Always be aware where your front is. Press R. I'm gonna pull this one here to fatten it up. Right. Double click that. Let me try to fatten it up. As you notice, I'm always being mindful of my spacing. I double click that, and then I'm gonna pull. Right. Maybe I can pull down. The reason why you have to be mindful of your spacing is because the closer these edges get, if I shove this down here, guess what happens? It does that, right? So especially for organic modeling, I have to be careful about this, that aspect of it. Okay, so I'm just considering my widest point, which is why I keep on harping about that, the widest point. No. Fatten that up, double click, fatten that up, right? See? Double click, always make sure. For right now, let me turn on the X symmetry, right? Because right now, X seems to be that we're working a lot on both sides on the X axis. Set to object X. Okay, press 3, right? Then from here, you also notice, okay, sorry, I went to vertex mode. And then you see all these wobbly lines, right? It starts to wobble when I start pulling on it. So I'm gonna just, grab that chunk, press 4, make sure that you don't grab any other vertices that shouldn't be. Press R, just flatten it, make it straight. So to prevent too much wobbling, do the same thing for the other side. Press 4, wireframe, press R, and then flatten, this way, just to maintain nice lines. Okay. Alright, so I paused the video for a moment because just to review and just get image references to look at for animals that might be similar. So you may be like, just looking at this, I'm gonna look at like salamanders and see how the body is shaped, right? Right, and I'm looking at the widest point basically. You see right here, like that. See, it goes down like that, and oh, this is cute. See, but this shape is what I'm looking at, because that is similar to this in a way. This has a bit of a, goes like that. Maybe like a horse as well. I mean, it's leaning more towards being a salamander type-ish, I think. Maybe horse. Right, horse. God. Yeah, this is less of a horse. See what I mean? Totally different anatomy structure. Yeah. So I guess it's leaning more towards a salamander or newt. How do you spell it? N-E-W-T? Right. Even a newt. Oh, alright, see? Matching the head going this way. Right now the name of the game is this type of a profile. Even for the body. Boom. Right here. This curvature, to imagine that curvature. Probably I should even save this. Newt. Alright. Save. Okay. So image references, just to get an idea, right? How the body conforms. Like that. Right here, that bend, how it bends. Right here. There we go. Okay. Alright, so I paused the video and I downloaded and saved several image references of a newt, N-E-W-T, and I'm just looking at the roundness because that roundness matches this roundness. This is a little bit more vertical, but it matches. So okay, so down. Sculpt. Okay. I made another copy of it because I deleted the original. So I'll just quickly rotate it like that. Go back in here. Invert the view. Okay, good. So I have a lot to work with now. Okay, so alright, let's do that. And press F to frame it. Double click that. And right now my purpose is not only just the spacing between each plane, right? But also to shape it. Press R. Then, right, so I'm gonna make it broader, just like in the concepts, not the concepts, but the image references, and then it quickly tapers in. So make it broader. The way I did that was double click, right? And but yet this is my widest point again. See, I always have to be careful about causing ridges, harsh ridges. I'll even double click that bottom part, press 3, press W for a move tool, and maybe I'll pull it down, tad. Look underneath it, press R, pull. That won't work. Look underneath and I'm gonna just pull, right? So I get that wide body, right? See, with what little I have, you know, you shape as best as you can. Then from there, you slowly add additional lines. Pull. Press 1 to take a look. Oh, wait. Forgot to grab this one here. Undo. Okay, grab that and that. Yeah. object X symmetry. Okay. Kind of looks, I want some roundness back here. So I'm gonna go back in, and the reason why it's causing that stiff plane is right there, see? Trying to find that which area to kind of plump up. Edge mode. Maybe I'll just grab that back, or maybe grab that one. Maybe pull up a bit. See, from here, here. Press R. I have the entire edge loop selected. Kind of squeeze here, just a tad. Look underneath it. Always be mindful where your front is. Then maybe even down here, let me try to grab this edge loop all the way to here. Double click. Okay, only that. And then I'm gonna just pull so I get a nice round. Just like in sculpting. That. And then I'm gonna just double click this edge loop. See how it kind of is going straight and then wobbles up and it goes back down. I'm gonna just try to see if I just press R and just flatten it. See if that does anything. I want to make it as, you know, still organic. And I notice here, right here, this is a ooh. Right here. So I could just, you know, go in, maybe taper it a bit. Go here, maybe taper a bit. It's not really necessary, but for now, just for now. Grab that. Pinch it in a bit. Okay. Then I'll just do a save. Okay, so alright. Now, so I'm kind of happy with the general shape, right? And then I'm not worried about this arch yet, right? So I'm just studying, I'm looking from my right, right? Right, always make sure front and right. And then just trying to get ideas or not, just being patient. It definitely has an arch. Then always also have to worry about the neck to extrude out, right? And this area will soon need edge loop because it's super stretched. See, super stretched. Okay, so first let's experiment. I'll just grab the entire thing. Press 3 and just pull. Alright, so that looks stupid. Looks like a sausage. Right? So I'll undo that. And what I'm gonna do is where I want to add an edge loop here and here. So I'm gonna go shift right click, insert edge loop tool, option box. So I want to make sure everything is normal. I'm gonna just split it right around here-ish. And from there, press G as in George. I'm gonna add, that activates the tool again. Insert edge loop. I added one there. Okay, and just to show, this is my split ring, which is basically insert edge loop, and also another split ring, which is that one. So as soon as I did that, I gotta make sure to go in and start modifying what I have. So I'm in my side view, press 4. I'm gonna grab this chunk, right? Just kind of pull on it, so I get a nice oval, right? Remember what the rule I said was, whenever you add, I'll just grab both edge and pull it down. Whenever you add geometry, lines, make sure to update it. I don't want to pull that down a bit. I'll just grab this to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe kind of pull it down. Maybe from there, pull it in. Yeah, there we go. That was bugging me. Nice and soft. That one here, I'm gonna pull, right? Pull. I'm gonna grab that one here. The reason why is the surface plane. Try to make it as, and I always know which way is front. You know, don't make the mistake of thinking you're doing it here. Okay, so getting that shape. Right now I'm just being overly cautious, but it's fine. I'd rather be slow and steady. See how much time I spent just to make that. Granted, I'm being kind of too careful right now, but again, working with what we have. The rear, you know, I mean, I'm gonna heavily modify this anyway, but still, just grab those. Always be careful not to grab other things you don't need. Okay, that's fine. Now I did that. I'm gonna do an incremental save. Alt 5, wireframe unshaded. Now I'm gonna make my arch. But at the same time, this part here is kind of stretched. You see the stretching? This versus this, you know, it's slightly more stretched, just enough to cause some headache later on. So I'm gonna touch this up before I do this next major move. I'm gonna grab that. Actually, I'm gonna go object mode, shift right click, multi-cut tool, option box. Right, reset it. Now the snap step, set it to 1. So it's not gonna do some weird snapping. Close it. So where am I getting at? Well, I'm gonna click here and then click here, right? So I clicked, I dragged it, then I let go, and my tool is still active, and then I clicked here, which is where I am right now. Then I'm gonna click, but do not let go, drag, and right there. Press W. Always press W to get out of the tool. Okay. Then I'm gonna go shift right click, multi-cut tool again. I'm gonna click here, drag and snap it, click here, right around here. I'm always considering my spacing, and then I'm gonna click here, drag, and right around here. Press W. Go to edge mode, grab that, just hit delete. So I have less of that stretching, and I added just enough geometry, more lines, so that will be helpful. So I'm gonna pull it back a bit, let me pull it up, I grab that, pull it up, grab that, pull it up, grab that, grab that edge, pull it down, grab that. Maybe I'll just pull, and it's making that ugly dent. That's fine. And I'm just always looking at my how much spacing I have. The reason why it's important is that if your lines are all crunched up together, your model is gonna go to hell real quick. That's why I always say whenever you add extra lines, go in immediately and start touching up on it. Grab that. So what I'm doing is just making nice clean lines. You know, trying to avoid any wobbles, any wobbling. So maybe I'll pull on this a bit. Go to edge mode, right? The way I do that is I hit down, press my right mouse button, and I just yank it like that where it's set to edge. That's how I do it quickly. Then we'll pull back, right? See my spacing? Pull up a bit. This is stretched. See, these are the things you want to be careful of. Grab that, right? And always make sure I have my, for now, my object X, right? And always make sure we know my front. Don't be doing this over here. That's just already lost time. Go to my modeling toolkit tab, go to transform constraint, edge slide, and you'll see why this is so useful. Slide, slide, slide. Grab that. It's gonna slide up that plane. Grab that, it'll slide up the plane. Okay. Press 3. Okay. Alright, as you can see, you know, I did all of that. I'm not worried about here just yet. So, I notice how this thing's going down like that. So, maybe I'll just grab it, turn off my edge slide, maybe pull it up a bit, do that. I'm kind of happy with the spacing of everything, except for here. Double click that, edge. Maybe I could edge slide it, just pull it down. See it's sliding on the edge very nicely. Grab that, maybe put down. Nice. This is kind of flat, but I'll fix that later. Okay, so grab that, these guys, and I want to go, and if I slide it, alright. So right now I'm trying to see, right now it's just prepping. Slide it up. I just slide it up. You might be wondering, well, why am I doing that? Why am I sliding it up? I have an idea to add another loop, which I'm going to have to end up doing anyway later on, so might as well do it now. Okay, so I did that. Maybe I'll connect that over here, and then do that down there. Okay, so I slide that up, right? Let's slide that, grab that, slide that. Right. The whole point is just to avoid stretching. It's stretching here, but that's fine because I'm making room right now, right? Which you'll see after. Okay. So I did that. Then shift right click, multi-cut tool. Click and snap. Click and snap. Then I'm gonna go right click, edge mode. Select that. Press delete. Then I'm gonna grab this edge. I'm gonna slide it back a tad. Now shift right click, multi-cut tool. Click and snap. Go down the middle. Go down the middle. Go down the middle. Go down the middle. Rotate around. Go down the middle. Do that. And do that. And hit W. Go down here. Grab that. Again, the whole point is, oh, you gotta deselect that. Press 4. You'll notice I selected the wrong one over here. Hold on Control. Deselect. I just want this. So this will come together where you'll see why. I'm gonna turn off edge slide because I just want to pull down. Edge slide would not let me just pull down regularly. So I got a nice oval, right? Maybe I'll grab that. See how it's going that and that? These are the little things you kind of want to avoid. I'm gonna pull it back because the model will correspond with it and just act all weird. And see how it's going? It's banking like this, stiff line. That causes it to, also have a harsh plane. So I'm gonna grab that, press 5, just puffing it up, but press Q to hide it so you can see. And I'm gonna just pull it forward, right? And then I'm gonna grab that one, and you see how it's this straight, stiff thing right here. Puff it up, and this is going like that, and then straight and down, and just make it gradual. It's 3, right? This here is tight. See that? Open, open, tighter, tighter, and open. In terms of the proportions, it's going to cause problems. So I just pulled it forward. I look at the top view. Grab that. I don't like this doing this wobbly effect. So I'm going to grab him. I'm going to just, in the top view, right? Front is here. Turn. And just pull a bit. Pull a bit. And avoiding any wobbly lines. Okay. Grab that, pull. Grab that, pull. And also avoiding where they're getting concentrated lines. Grab that, pull, and avoiding stretching too. Grab that. Pull it like that. Pull up. Also grab that. Other thing I'm doing too is setting the stage for my main midpoint. So what I mean by my main midpoint, well, just like in drawing, or more especially sculpture, but there's the concept is the same. Having your main silhouette outline, you know. So for example, these faces I selected. So this is my main side profile silhouette, right? And the surface plane, as it, you know, this line right here is my main outline. Double click, okay, which is this guy right here, right? This edge, right now is kind of too wide. So what do I mean by that? Well, like for example, this thing right here, right? This plane, it turns, and how much it turns depends on how close the surface is. So, you know, this being the body, oh, this is wide. So it might be okay. But when it comes down to the face, it starts to get tighter. Just like a person's nose ridge in between the eyes. But this is the body, so I'm just prepping it to give it a bit more of a wider girth. And you might notice it pinching right here. Pinching, see that? That's because of the triangle, which I'm going to fix right now. So I'm explaining the behavior of the mesh. Maybe I'm going to tuck that down a bit. See that? That's that. So the way I fix that is, what I need to do is first prep it. What I'm going to do is grab this edge slide. I'm going to pull down. Okay. So why the hell am I doing that? Well, I'm going to double click that, pull down, double click that, pull down. Then from here, I'm going to do something called a multi-cut and add that to that. Press W, and that pinching, that horn-like, you know, bump will go away. The reason was pinching and causing that horn on the surface is because it was when it had that triangle, it causes it to tighten up in that area, causing a bump. Alright, so I did that. Then again, touch up, pull it down, grab that, pull it down, be mindful of the spacing, pull it down, press 3, right? Grab that and just pull that down. But only so much, because this is naturally flowing down again, which is fine. Grab that, and then this is here, this and this is too tight. Pull it down. All that hard work pays off. I'm gonna pull this back to leverage it out. My curvature. I'll turn off edge mode. And here, so I got my apex up and a gradual turn in. Might grab that, maybe I press to 1 and 3. Alright, put that in a bit. That bluntness, maybe I can just do that. Okay, so this here is eventually going to end up being this. So I'm just doing a lot of prep work for that ahead of time. I might need to still whiten that up because of that. Double click that. Maybe I'll go edge slide. Double click that. Then maybe I don't need this. Right? I only need that main bulk. Then I'm gonna just pull. Nice, there we go. Nice, nice, very nice. I still got that nice round back. See? This is ugly here. Right here. This looks like crap, but it's fine. See, the spacing causes issues if it's not done right. Okay, so I pulled it down. Right. I'll turn off my slider. Okay. Grab that. Turn my slider back on. Just gonna slide it back up. Okay, now I think I'm ready. See that surface? That plane over here? That's over here. Alright. So I did incremental save. Next thing I want to do is, I don't want to do all that crap over here. So, go to face mode. But first, I'm going to delete my history. Okay. Right click, go to face. I'm going to delete that. Press 4, making sure. Alright. That's the exact half. Whatever I did here, I'm going to do it here. Press delete. I'm in dead center. Zoom in. Dead center, nice and clean. So, edit, duplicate special, option box. Set it to, do I make instance? No, I don't want an instance right now. I'm gonna reset it. Okay, reset. Just a copy, because I'm gonna merge it. After that, copy, set it to negative on this side, so that will be Z. Blue is Z, this way, going backwards. X column, Y column, Z column. On the negative, hit apply, close. So this is not a instance, right? It's not copying. Whole point is grab both of it, right? Mesh, combine, right? It's combined into one mesh, but it left behind this stuff. So I'm gonna go, I have it selected, edit, delete by type, history. All that other weird stuff went away. Then I need to merge my vertices, because right now it just looks merged, but it's not. So I can just grab this whole chunk over here, right? I can go shift right click, merge vertices, okay? Then there's the option box. I had naturally it should be this 0.01, but if your model gets more and more complicated, if you set to 0.001, it fine tunes it so that it will only merge when vertices are super close to each other. Hit apply. Close. Now, when I slide, see, it's one mesh. If I press 3, there won't be any weird stuff going on here. Okay, so it's one combined mesh, right? Okay, so all that. Now I'm gonna make my bend. I'm gonna just. I'm also gonna rename this to as a milestone before I add anything crazy, because I am gonna add something crazy right after this. So I'm gonna rename it. All right, so I renamed it. All right. Okay. It looks more or less ready to go. That arch though. Maybe what I'll do is before I add my major event, I'm gonna grab these 2 points. See that? Well, fatten it up. Modeling toolkit, turn off edge slide, puff it out a bit, but not so much it becomes a stiff wall. This is rib cage, so I want to make this so that side wall. Maybe I'll just grab this and this, and maybe let's start off with that. Zoom in a bit. So if I'm looking at this like as if it was a structural wall, puff it up. Yeah. Puff it up some more. Again, I'm at level 3. Right. Then I zoom in. Right. Before I was on edge mode, now I'm on vertices, and I'm gonna just zoom in, fatten that up. But before I do that, I gotta grab the flip side. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This guy right here. That's his exact opposite. Fatten it up. There we go. Just enough. Then, ooh, I don't like this. Worse. All that space. Can't believe I didn't notice that. Weird. Anyway, I double click that edge. And what I'm gonna do is edge slide. I'm gonna slide it back. Right. Grab that. I'm also gonna slide this back. Right, so this is my front. I'll make sure I know my front. This guy will give me a clue that's facing this way is the right way. So all this prepping, and it's slow because I'm talking at the same time and explaining. Otherwise, it'd be a lot faster. So I'm just prepping. I'm gonna add something called a bend deformer so I can bend it. Just using the slide edge. All right. Okay. that. Grab that. Grab that. Slide a bit. Grab that edge. Slide up. It's fine. Turn it off. You know what? Don't mess with it. Okay, so I think I'm. Alright, so this. Ooh, interesting. Huh. It went up again. Okay. Reconnect it there. If I reconnect it there, right, it's gonna wanna go back up again. Alright, so this here is slightly different from this. And let's say, for example, this, right? You should only select that ring. I mean, it's nothing bad like this. Hold on. Right there, see? Edge ring. But this one is doing that. Alright. Kinda want this again. Alright, so this is what I'm gonna do. This is good to learn anyway. Shift right click multi-cut tool. From underneath, right? My front view, underneath. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut across, right? So here, click and drag, click, click, press W to get out of the tool. Then go to edge mode, select that edge. Again, as I said, anytime you add further resolution, make sure to do something about it, right? Okay. Grab, turn that to vertices. Let's move it back a bit, right? Push that up, have a nice curve going down. And obviously this edge slide this guy back there. See that my spacing, this all will come into play later. I'd rather do this now before things get hectic and give myself more headache. Alright, good. Incremental save. Then I can just grab that. I can slide this up. Press 3. Now I have a triangle. So I can go this here. Shift right click, multi-cut. Again, this is your front. I'm gonna put a point right down there. Put a point right there. Go up, up, up. And connect it over there. Press W. Right? Here. Bum, 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 bum. So why did I do that? Well, I'm preparing for his front chest, and then that front chest needs more than just this. See these faces? I'm not gonna go and just yank this and stretch it out. You know, like when you're first learning, you're gonna just stretch it out and stuff. I'm not gonna do that. I'm preparing it right now. I added an edge loop, more surface geometry, so I have to go in and immediately start to puff it up. Puff. Got that. You know, puff it up. Got that. Puff it up. Both ways. You know, give it volume. And this will also work on my spacing between each face. Especially down here. Boom. Like that. Boom. See that volume kicking back in? It's gonna help a lot. This part here is kind of stretching right here. So what I could do is just turn on my edge slide. Maybe grab that edge. Make sure this is on. Slide it back. I don't like how this thing juts out. So what I could do is turn it back off and pump this up. Maybe I could grab that, or go into vertex mode, pull this back. Right, always look upside down. I don't like this going whoa. So I'm gonna do that. Every time I add additional lines, pop it up. And this right here, I could just grab these two, right? This is getting tight and this is getting stretched. Edge slide, pull, grab that, pull, so it's not too close to each other. Grab that, pull, grab that, slide down, maybe I'll grab this, turn it off. I want to fatten this up. Fatten this up. Fatten that up. Press 3, object mode. Okay. Oh, this part is crooked. Right there. I'm gonna turn on my snap to grid. This is important. Snap it back. Right? I turn that on. I just pull a pinch and it snapped to the grid. Right, so now I'm gonna this part right here, this spacing right here, it tightens up right here. Oh, also turn off the grid afterwards. Maybe I'll pull. So I just pull it forward a bit. Grab that. Yep. Pull forward a bit. Over here is a little bit tight. So maybe I'll just grab this, these edges, go back up, turn on the edge slide. I'm gonna pull up, or maybe just grab these three, that, pull up, get a nice round. Just doing this will cause these areas to not be so stiff later on. Alright, so it's going up and looping down. That, yeah, I'll just slide it up a bit, like that. This, I can pull this down so it has a nice curvature. Now I have more room where I can grab this, perhaps. Or I double clicked it. Now yank it down a tad. Or not. I just gotta remember that surface curvature. Slide it down a bit. Alright, we're good. Okay. So that was an hour and 12 minutes just to do that. And I don't care if it takes this long, because rather do it now than when you have a whole bunch of stuff and things get really bad. I'm gonna delete this half. Alright? The rear half. I have to redo that again. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. Right here too, man. I'm gonna turn this off. Right here. Fatten it. Even right here. So our front. Right. This is pretty straight, so I'm gonna give it more volume. Okay. Then shift right click, multi-cut tool, cut down the middle. Then grab this, point, edge slide, push it back. So it looks like I did multiple of those, right? Which is true, but it's fine. Because again, this will lay the groundwork for everything for the main body. Turn off the edge, grab these, do that. Now I have room where I can just pull this back, and before it's like this, stretching. So now I can do this. Grab that, do some of that. See? 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 That one little thing. A lot of that blockiness went away. I'm gonna grab this, edge slide it. It's gonna normalize now. Right? It's gonna curve down. Okay. That'll give me enough room. I can grab those. I can slide that down. I could grab, double click that, slide that down. Now I can do this where I can go grab here. I can slide that, give it, make it look really organic. Slide it down so that the belly, you know, conforms to the bend. So what do I mean by that? Well, when I do things like this where it slides down, it will the lighting will also follow suit. Then this is also kind of bending up though. That's fine. I think this will work. Should work. Sliding it up. Slide this down. See. Grab that, slide this in, grab that, slide this. Or, ooh, it's going up instead. And, you know what? Undo. Turn off edge slide. Just tuck it in manually. Push this down. Okay. Grab that. With that. Maybe over here, grab that. Edge slide it. Pull. 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 Grab that. Pull. Pull. Main thing is I'm trying to avoid it having stiff sides. So the moment it starts to have stiff sides, it's game over. The model's gonna look like garbage and really amateur. But if you make an attempt to not have that ahead of time, makes a world of difference, and it even will motivate you more because you'll see that the model is coming together very nicely. Double click that. I want to slide this back. Equal distant. Double click that. Slide this back. Click that. Just slide that back. Double click that. Slide that back. Double click that. Slide that back. Double click. Slide it back. Okay, good. Nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Off. Okay, good. Alright, I'm gonna leave it alone now. Edit, delete by type, history. Then select it. Make sure everything is good. Yep, clean. Clean. Incremental save, edit, delete, duplicate special, option box. All my defaults are still here. Hit default as in what I had placed just previously. Hit apply, close. Two pieces. Select both of it. mesh, combine, option box, reset. Alright, apply and close. So it did that, but it left this junk garbage going around, right? This and this, with my model selected, edit, delete by type, history, wipe that out. Press 3, looks not bad, but as you know, wait a minute. Yeah, there you go, see? It still has that, it's open. Yeah, so what you could do is, you know, you just grab this, right, all those edges, and same deal, shift right click, merge vertices, option box, right, set to 0.001, and you'll see over here it says 32, down to 16. Now we're good. Okay, save it. Now I'm gonna add my deformer, finally. Alright, so that was an hour and 21, and I'll make the next one. So all this time just for the body. Yeah. And then from there, I'm gonna add the deformer. After that, add the neck. After that, add the tail, limbs. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Bye.